Hello. Okay, I think we'll start. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have all of you here for this webinar series. We are supposed to start by 3. I hope everyone is already there. Okay, then. Once again, hello, everyone. I'm Mohamed Dadassani. I'm a research assistant at International Initiative for Impact Evaluation, and I'm also an emergent evaluator. What is an emergent evaluator? This is one of the topics we'll cover this afternoon, and for this we'll have the Mr. Deogracias Ndolo, who will introduce us to this topic and go deeper and deeper about the Baromètre experience with the new regional evaluator bootcamp. So I would like to introduce our host today, Mr. Deogracias Ndolo. I will let him present himself, and we'll go together inside the inside the topic. Let us say it like that. Mr. Deogracias, are you there? Hello. Hello, are you getting me? Okay. Maybe there is a small technical issue. We'll wait some minutes.
Well, I totally agree with you. There is a technical issue. I was trying to connect actually from another phone and realized that the sound is not getting out. But here I am.
Okay,
Sir.
good. Very good. So I will let you present yourself, and everyone want to know you more, to know le Baromètre more, and you have the floor if you are ready.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm ready. My name is Deogracias Sergio de Hundolo. I'm a Benin national and a lead evaluation specialist. I'm the head of the organization called Le Baromètre. I also work and support other important initiatives in the West African region, namely the West African Capacity Building and Impact Evaluation Program called WASI by 3IE. And it's quite a pleasure to be here today and present an initiative that we have at Le Baromètre, which is called the Regional Youth and Emerging Evaluators Bootcamp. And after 7 editions in 5 years, it's important to look back and discuss what is the new dynamics around that initiative. So thank you, dear Mohammed, for facilitating this webinar. over to you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me too. And it's a pleasure to work with you and with all these amazing people that are watching us. I hope everyone will move from here with a good something new about the Baromètre, about the Emerging Evaluator Bootcamp. So we will start if everyone are there and are following us. Before to start, I would like to let you know how it will be going, the plan. So Mr. Deo Gracias Ndolo will present the topic. We'll go through it together. And after, if you have any question, you could ask it in the comment section. Anyway, at the end of the presentation, we'll have a question and answers section so that we'll discuss together and more deeply into all the questions we may have. So, without any process, any orders process, I would like to know, me and all the people here would like to know, what do you plan to cover today with us?
Well, thank you again. Today, my idea, what I have for you in the menu is, first of all, well, to present the organization called Le Baromètre in the ecosystem of evidence-informed decision-making and capacity building in Africa overall, and place it in the world. And thereafter, I would go more into details regarding the Regional Youth and Emerging Evaluators Bootcamp that we've been organizing so far, what it is, and how you can join and support this initiative. Thereafter, I will present a bit the challenges we've had so far and our perspective to make sure that everyone is part of this wonderful experience. And for sure, as you can imagine, there will be discussions with the participants and learn from the participants the best way to move forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think this is an exciting plan, and we can't wait to go forward. So, before to start any discussion about the bootcamp itself, could you tell us a bit more about Le Baromètre? What do you do? Where are you based? We'd like to know more about you.
Well, thank you. It's a real pleasure to talk about Le Baromètre. Le Baromètre as an organization in the African ecosystem. Le Baromètre is actually a not-for-profit organization that is specialized in evidence-informed decision-making. And it does this through capacity building initiatives, like the one we will discuss today, through development of digital solutions, and we do more. But let me focus on those two that matters for this presentation. Le Baromètre is based in Benin. It's a West African country, and it has an ongoing endeavor to operate across Africa, and specifically in Francophone Africa. But its focus, its scope is not only in Francophone Africa, it goes beyond. Le Baromètre is a multidisciplinary team working together to promote evidence use in a complex development environment across Africa. As you know, we have very diverse contexts that need to be incorporated in initiative like this. Finally, it's a pleasure for me to indicate that back in July 2022, 3 years has passed now almost, Le Baromètre won the second global prize of the World Bank Launchpad program, which was on innovation in the field of monitoring and evaluation and digitization. So that's about Le Baromètre. And with respect to the way we are, our setup, I can indicate that at Le Baromètre, we work a lot. We have a fully fleshed department that design, digitize, monitoring, evaluation, and information system. Beyond that, We have a Center for Digital Innovations and Research in Impact Monitoring and Evaluation. Another important aspect of our work is to support and advise on research and development. So we engage with universities, we engage with international development like IFHA, the World Bank, the International Research Center. We work with organizations like Plan International and more. One key characteristic of the work that we do is our section on capacity building for institutions and individuals. In that respect, we've developed the initiative that we're going to discuss today. And in doing all this, Le Baromètre does have an administration and a finance department that help to coordinate, to hire people, to make sure that whatever we do, we comply with international standards. And in addition to that, we have a communication and marketing department that works to promote the work that we do, and that also is open to those who might be interested to join the work that we do at Le Baromètre in whatever region they sit. The organization is very much willing to have you involved in this wonderful vision and dream that I'm going to share in a moment. Thank you.
Oh, thank you to you too. This is very exciting. And most of us don't really know all of this about you. So thank you for this introduction about you and about what you are doing. And congratulations for this amazing work and this recognition you already get from World Bank. That's a good achievement.
Thank you very much. And you know what, if you want to keep if there are few words to remember from Le Baromètre, the first is this: monitoring and evaluation. The second one is digitization.
Okay.
And the third one is impact measurement. The combination of these three key words lead to what we call building knowledge systems. So the Baromètre is all about knowledge system, and its roots are in monitoring and evaluation, digitization, and measure of impact. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to you too. You're welcome. So I suppose all of these are obviously maybe some component of the regional Young Emergent Evaluation Bootcamp. What you do, we would like to know it also. What can we learn about the regional Young Emergent Evaluator Bootcamp?
Well, thank you. Now we come to the nitty-gritty of the matter, right? After talking about the Baromètre. The Regional Youth and Emerging Evaluators Bootcamp is actually an initiative that Le Baromètre had a few years ago. A few years ago, we thought, after running a diagnosis, study in the region, we realized that there is a weak capacity in evaluation with respect to youth and, emerging or young professionals. For that reason, we set up the Regional Young Emerging and Emerging Evaluators Bootcamp, which is now an initiative to strengthen individual and institutional capacities in the field of evidence-informed decision-making using evaluation methods in a dynamic ecosystem. So the bootcamp is all about evaluation methods, strengthening capacities with respect to methods. But when we do that, we make sure that we do not build capacities of people who are essentially method. We also invest into their soft skills. To do this, we create an interactive learning space that combines theoretical training, practical exercises, field work, and an engagement with experts, with leader trainers who come around, with leading champions who come around during the bootcamp. In addition, as I mentioned earlier, the bootcamp was initiated back in 2021 by the Baromètre. So you can consider that we are celebrating 5 years of existence, and it's quite a pleasure, right, to look back and learn from whatever we do so far. The objective of the bootcamp can be summarized as strengthening the technical capacities of young and emerging evaluators and professionals in monitoring and evaluation, digitization, and evidence-based decision-making. The second main objective is to strengthen national evaluation systems through the promotion of evidence-based decision-making by creating or supporting competent human resources. So that's what we have about the objective. As far as the vision of the bootcamp is concerned, you may want to know that our vision is to promote the culture of evidence use in Francophone, Anglophone, Luxophone, and Arabophone Africa through this bootcamp. The second aspect of our vision is to build a new generation of evaluators who are capable of facing the challenges of development. And third, facilitate the integration of those youngsters and emerging professionals that we will support, bring them into an enabling environment and a Pan-African network. That's the vision of the bootcamp. Who do we target? We target essentially young professionals who are active and interested in evaluation and evidence. We target students who are motivated with respect to this thematic. We also target members of evaluation associations and networks, and finally, any representatives of partner organizations, it being donor organization, NGOs, government. We target them and welcome them to the bootcamp. As far as the activities run at the bootcamp are concerned, we have indoors training, we have practical work in the field, that's the field work. We have experience sharing moments where participants come together, discuss the challenges they face in the working environment, and share lessons and eventually solutions applied from one another. We also have a mentoring program, a networking put in place so that mentors can support those who are emerging in the ecosystem. And all this is, I would say, paramounted with a cultural evening where we learn from each other's culture. The bootcamp is really a learning through celebration moment, considering its activities. What is the format of the bootcamp? The RIB bootcamp is an in-person activity. We come together in person and on a site. We do have online interactions with panel members, with keynote speaker, and any other reference or influencers that may not make the trip to the bootcamp site. And over the years, we've now developed 4 parallel classes that run together. Initially, there were 3 back in 2023, and in 2021, we had only 1-2 classes running together. Now, in 2025, we have 4 classes. The first class covers methods related to the fundamentals in formulation, analysis, and evaluation of development interventions. The second class covers introduction to impact evaluation methods, theory and application. The third class gives the fundamentals of experimental economics, looking at an application using lab in the field approach. So this year we open a fourth class that will run in parallel. It is the qualitative data analysis using software and AI to analyze qualitative data. Let me give you some statistics about the RIB bootcamp. Over the 7 years, we actually realized that we have altogether 362 people who are members now of this community. We are very proud of that, and we thank them for their commitment to build their capacities and become ambassador of evidence-informed decision-making on the continent. They come from 13 countries. They come from Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo. They come from Guinea, Mali, Morocco, Niger, Rwanda, Senegal, and Togo. And we're looking forward to welcoming even more countries to join the RIB initiative. As you will see on the statistics, partners, we also have a number of partners supporting this initiative, and I will cover that in a moment. Overall, these statistics is very important to look at. 2,170 people showed interest in the bootcamp so far, but not all of them were able to make it. And we did run an evaluation to understand the reason why, and it happened that some really were looking forward to join, but due to limitation of funding, most of them could not make this, which makes us thought that it's quite important to find a way to give the opportunity for those who really want to build their capacities through fundraising, through partnership, and more that I will discuss in a moment. A bit more statistics will show you that overall we have 192, almost 200 men who are now trained as part of the RIB bootcamp, and we have 70 women who have been part of this, though the data, the disaggregated data from Niger is not there. Well, I will make a stop here and let you, dear Mohammed, get back if you have any questions. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, nice. That's very nice presentation about the bootcamp, and I learned too many things, I think. But let me resume a minute. So what I keep in mind is that you have only 5 years, but in 5 years you already did 7 bootcamp, like more than 1 per year, and that's very nice. Apart from that, we can keep in mind that during the bootcamp, we have some training section. The training are practical and theoretical, like indoor. There are mentoring section, networking. I think all those things should require a huge investment, both physically and financially. So, could you tell us a bit more about your partners, those who support this initiative and help to make it possible?
For sure. Thank you very much. I think you really got it very well. This was not an easy process at all. Of course, building great requires a lot of investment. And the first partner that we have in this initiative are the staff of Le Baromètre. I would really like to thank my colleagues who committed all they can in terms of time, thoughts, strategy to make this possible. The staff of Le Baromètre is the first partner, the first champion that make this possible. And why? We've worked together along the years, despite the challenges, despite the no funding available at the very beginning. We thought there are people who will actually commit. We have individual partners who also supported us. I may not be able to mention all the names, but it's important to indicate that Dr. Emmanuel David Yanwi was one of those very first one who believed in what we started doing back in Boyko. We have Professor Pofaji, who was also one of those champions. Mr. Gunu from Benin was also one of those champions who pushed and supported the initiative. But beyond those individuals, there are also other individuals who are behind the door and supporting. We have Professor Linda Ray, who played a big role. We have, Edoe Dimitri, who, as an individual, supported the initiative and pushed and did a lot. We have people like the head of the Partnership for Economic Policy, PEP organization, supporting us. Altogether, there are many individuals, lead individuals who supported the initiative from the very beginning. Thanks to them all, in addition to my colleague at Le Baromètre. But along the years, along the way, we have more formal government organizations who brought in their institutional support. Thanks to the Ministry of Development in Benin. That ministry played a key role in making the experience of this whole initiative, the REAP initiative, possible. We have the Ministry of Economy in Côte d'Ivoire, who also played an important role in the sense that the General Directorate of Planning was supportive of the initiative. We also have the Prime Ministry of Niger, namely the High Commission for the Modernization of the State in Niger. Our I will say champion, who the commissioner is still one of the very big champion of the bootcamp, plus the municipality of local organizations that supported this work. Really, government organization played a key role in the process so far. We also have non-governmental organizations who supported not only through ideas, through the human resources, but also financially. They made this possible by paying for some of the participants. Thanks to the International Initiative for Impact Evaluation, 3IE. That's the everlasting and leading supporting non-governmental organization supporting the bootcamp. We have UNICEF Côte d'Ivoire. We have the African Development Bank that also supported this. We have AFREA, the African Evaluation Association. We have the Francophone Network of Evaluation, RFE, and national evaluation associations like RIS, RI2 in Côte d'Ivoire. But as you can imagine, there are also organizations like the GEI, Clear Francophone Africa, that supported the work that we've been doing so far. We have the African Institute for Monitoring and Impact Evaluation supporting this. We have Asset Africa supporting this initiative. Thanks to all of them. But there are still others. There are organizations that support the initiative from a technical and a scientific point of view. Those are the University of Abomey-Calavi through the National School of Administration. We also have the African School of Economics. We have the University of Bologna in Italy supporting this. Thanks to all of them. And we're looking forward to actually welcome other research organization, university-based academy organization to keep pushing and to deliver a high quality bootcamp. We also have other types of organizations that supported this work, thanks to Go Digital. Go Digital is an organization in communication sector based in Benin, who was very supportive through the design of, I would say, the different posts that we made, posters, the supported video production, and so on and so forth. We have ODD TV in Benin, thanks to their directors who have been supporting the promotion of the initiative, and many other organizations that I cannot list totally, but at least, please, participants at some point do put your hand together to upload those organizations I just mentioned, the staff of Le Baromètre, and the individual leaders who supported us so far. In doing a work like this, it's also important to recognize that the dynamic was not the same all the years. For instance, the very first year, we had 15 organizations that supported the work we do. The following year, we had this, during the second edition, we have 8 organizations. Thereafter, 14. After that, the fourth edition, we had 12 organizations. During the 5th edition, we have 11. And back in Cote d'Ivoire, during the 6th one, we have 16 organizations that joined the initiative. And the 7th edition in Benin, we have 12 organizations that joined. These numbers are indicative of the dynamic around the bootcamp. And it's clear that more and more organizations are needed, more and more individuals are needed to make the bootcamp a really wonderful and great initiative that can run throughout the continent. So, Sir Mohammed, that's the landscape of partners we've had so far. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. I think we can realize that there are diverse partners from various origins that are supporting this initiative. But one thing that I also realized is that on the previous slide, the numbers of partners are not constant during the years. So I think apart from that, you may also face some challenge, because waiting from 15 partners 1 year and the second year fall to 8, it could be stressing or something like that. I don't really know. Tell us a bit about the challenge you face and how do you do to overcome them, please?
Well, thank you. I mean, you foresee it very well. The number of partners, I mean, to really mobilize partners is nothing, as we know, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of commitment. But when partners do join the initiative, it's really a relief and a great feeling. And along the years, things were not that easy. But what is good to share here could be a few challenges we've had. You know, we've experienced a lack of funding to deliver the full vision of the REAP Bootcamp. Do we have sufficient funding? We will be running the regional youth and emerging evaluator bootcamp for Francophone Africa, for Anglophone Africa, for Luxophone Africa, and the Arabophone Africa. That's really what we are aiming at, and funding remains the main challenge we've faced along the years. But thanks to the commitment of the participants, to the commitment of everyone that joined the bootcamp and accept to adjust a little bit and sacrifice the time, the work for this to be possible. So funding is important. And what we have done so far to overcome funding issues was, first of all, to be in partnership with the African Institute for Monitoring and Evaluation that provide us what I would call a basic lump sum of funds. We also have organizations like 3IE that are committed with a given to make it possible for specific number of participants to join the initiative. But we're also working hard now to have other organizations like the African Evaluation Association to join and support the funding effort. Thanks to the president, Dr. Miche Ouedraogo, thanks to the executive director, Mr. Klago, for their leadership in doing this. CLEAR is also around now. The Francophone Evaluation Network is also there now. And we are looking forward, and we hope that this challenge related to funding will be overcome to some extent. The other challenge we've had is to define a sustainable, or to have sustainable and long-term partners. We are working on that now as the bootcamp has been formalized. We have a concept note that is quite well detailed. We have a clear governance system model in place, and no doubt that this will help improve or overcome that challenge. The other one is the vision to have a regional expansion. You know, so far we've been running the bootcamp in Francophone Africa, but we think that it's also possible once we have other partners joining the bootcamp in Anglophone Africa, it will be possible. For instance, I know that partners in Kenya are listening to this, partners in South Africa, in Zambia, in Tanzania, are all welcome, and will definitely be able to support the regional expansion, to support the regional expansion of the bootcamp, which is a challenge so far. Communication around the bootcamp is another key challenge we faced. You know, communication is an art, especially in the digital era we live in. It takes a lot of work. It takes tact. It takes art. It takes commitment and innovation. Thanks to our colleagues, so far we've been trying to overcome gradually the communication challenge we faced from the beginning, and it's been eased gradually. The very last challenge I would like to mention is how to make all this sustainable. The sustainability model of the Regional Youth and Emerging Evaluator Bootcamp has been a challenge for us. We spent a lot of time, retreats. We've had several retreats to discuss, to think about it, and there's room for improvement in the sustainable model we will put in place. And of course, these are challenges that we could not wipe out once in a while, but at least gradually we try to overcome them, and the results are speaking for themselves so far. Thank you.
Thank you to you too. And personally, I would like to congratulate you, because I think this is, you are what we call an overcomer, because be able to achieve all these things despite all the challenge you are facing is very wonderful work. It's very good work. And I would like to know something else. At the beginning, you were running only one session, but currently you are at about 4 sessions parallelly. So what are the perspective? What are we going? Is there a way to do more than that? Tell us a bit about your perspective for the future.
Well, thank you. That's a great question. My perspective and the perspective of my team is to make sure that the sky is our limit when it comes to capacity building on the continent. So we welcome ideas, we welcome innovation, and we do push after each boot camp to innovate and listen to participants on things that we can do to improve. And what I'm going to share with you as our perspective is really the synthesis of not only our thoughts, but also what we heard from the bootcamp participants, what we heard from other senior on the continent and beyond. Thanks, for instance, to Professor Howard White, who has been in the background and advised us on things that we can do to improve the vision of the bootcamp, to improve the way we deliver the regional youth and emerging evaluator bootcamp. So, first of all, our perspective is our openness. We're really open. We're open to new ideas. We're open to new experiences. We're open to try things that can contribute to achieve the vision which is beyond Francophone Africa, Anglophone Africa, Luxophone Africa, and also Arabophone Africa. So in case you want to hear more, it's all about partnership for us. We're open to partnership, and partnership in terms of institutional partnership, but also individual partnership. If you are an individual and you have ideas, you want to join this initiative, please don't hesitate. Le Baromètre is not only for established organizations. We have room for individuals like you, Mr. Muhammad, like anyone who is connected, to come around, display your capacities, contribute to the change. And of course, we also intend to continue working with institutions, because that will strengthen and build in a rock whatever we're doing now for the future generation. Through their logo, through funding, through fundraising, through technical ideas, and so on and so forth. Our perspective is also about making sure that technically and scientifically we are strong and we meet international standards, which is the reason why in the new governance of the bootcamp, we have a special place, a special committee made for universities and think tanks, who will take a close look to the content of what is delivered by trainers, and who will take a close look to the process that we use, the pedagogical process, and ensure that anyone who actually take part in the bootcamp learn and would be able to transform their surrounding, the environment they work in. So that's the perspective we have regarding technical and scientific partnership. The very last one I would like to mention is our interest and openness to partner with organizations who may want to deliver the REEB bootcamp in their region. We've actually subdivided the continent in 4 regions, as I mentioned. The first one is the Francophone region, where we start the whole experience from. The second one is the Anglophone region. The third one is the Arabophone region and the Luxophone region. But that's in Africa. We're also looking at other regions like Southeast Asia. We started a discussion with the Asian Evaluation Bootcamp organizers, who are based in China at the University of Lanzhou. And we are exploring now, how do we work together in order to have a joint international initiative around evaluation bootcamp for young and emerging evaluators. So the perspectives are there, but I'm sure that this is not only about the perspective of Le Baromètre or the current leading team of Le Baromètre. We would also like it to be the perspective of participants in this webinar and other organizations, which is where I will stop and say thank you very much for listening to me. And of course, as you can imagine, I remain very open to engage in a discussion and interaction with the participant. Thank you, Sir Mohammed. Over to you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. Happy, I'm very exciting, and I can't wait to contribute to this initiative. But before that, I think I will let all the participants to ask the question if they have some comments, some question. So if you have some comment or any question to Mr. Deogracias Ndolo, feel free to ask it in the comment, or if you want to just raise your hands, and then we'll give you the floor so that you will ask your question directly to him. The floor is to you, people. I will be checking in the comment if there are some questions, and if there are someone, feel free to raise your hand and take the floor, please. Okay, yes, Mrs. Christelle Marie Comlon, the floor is to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Mohammed. My name is Christelle, as you said, and I had the pleasure to attend once to the bootcamp. It was the third edition. Yes. So I really appreciate that, and I learned a lot. Yes. So what I wanted to ask to Mr. Deogracias is about the mentorship. Because as you said, yes, I totally agree. Yes. During all the bootcamp, we were very mentored. We have a mentor, so we can discuss about we can ask any question that we have. And my question is it possible to have this kind of mentorship beyond the bootcamp? After the bootcamp, that can, you are right. As it is a kind of capacity building that can allow us to learn more, and you as an institute or an institution, you can know how what our career, our path, and also this kind of information can be a good result for the Baromètre, I think also. Thank you. And great job to all the team. You are wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Christelle, to your question. So I would like to know, Mr. Deogracias, will you prefer to answers to the question as they are coming, or will please we take some questions together and then we will answer for all? Yes.
I suggest we take up to 3 questions, and then I can answer them, and then we'll go for a second batch. Thank you. Okay, no problem. So I would like to add something before to introduce the second question. Feel free to ask your question in French if you are not, if you prefer to go in French. Feel free to ask the question in French, and Mr. Deogracias will answer to you. No problem for that. So I have one question in the comment. I will read it louder, and right after I will take the question of Le Baromètre info, because the hand is raised. So in the comment, I have Mr. Sonny Alou, who is asking to know more about metric evaluation. So I would like to know, Mr. Alou, is it more about a method, or could you tell us a bit more? Could you develop a bit more your question, please? As you said, Mohamed, je voudrais indiquer que les participants qui se sentent très à l'aise en français, ou beaucoup plus en français, sont encouragés à poser leurs questions ou à exprimer leurs questions en français pour avoir des réponses à leurs questions. Donc, n'hésitez pas si vous voulez écrire en français dans le chat. C'est vraiment un webinaire de type interaction. Donc, allez-y en français ou en anglais pour permettre aux deux langues dominantes sur le continent, même si l'arabe est aussi là, de pouvoir interagir. Merci.
Merci. Donc, en attendant, nous allons prendre la question de le baromètre info. Please, you have the floor if you want to ask a question in French or in English. Le baromètre info. Okay, I think you could start with the first two questions we have, and the remaining will come as we will be going.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Crystal. I can easily recognize your voice from the bootcamp in K2. It's clear that you showed a great interest in methods, in impact evaluation method, and I'm glad that during the training, during the bootcamp, the mentorship experience was great. And I hear you that beyond, it's also important to make sure that we have a mentorship program that runs. What have we thought of so far at the Baromètre regarding this? Because it's a request we got many times. We have an ongoing program called IBDC, Initiative Le Baromètre des Communes. It's a program designed to support the production, the accessibility, and the use of digitized data at municipality level. So within that program, we have a project called Voluntary VUD, Volontaire pour l'utilisation des données probantes. The voluntary for evidence use. So that project, the VUD program within the municipality initiative we have running now, is meant to create a space for those who would have been at the bootcamp and are looking for an environment where they can implement whatever they've learned during the bootcamp. In addition to that, and anyone can apply for it. It's true that we are in the pilot phase. We do not have, right now, we have 2 municipalities that are involved. So it's not that we have hundreds of space or seats for the volunteers who may want to join this, but that's one way of prolonging the mentorship support we've started from the bootcamp. The second way is that at Le Baromètre, we now welcome the so-called interns. We have an internship program. Nous avons donc un programme de stagiaires to welcome those who have been at the bootcamp but are looking for an institutional environment where they can take on what they've learned. Those are the 2 concrete specific ways that we currently using. But there are also other special but soft ways that we put in place. I'm not sure how effective they are yet, but one of them is the community of bootcamp evaluators that we created online. It's through WhatsApp platform where we share opportunities to seize, to apply for jobs in the field of evaluation, in the field of evidence-informed decision making or capacity building. But more are coming, because with our partnership with AFRIA, that is now about to act. And next week, the week after next, we will be, I think it's next week, actually, the week of 16th of June, we will be in Addis Ababa to discuss the future of the bootcamp and how organizations like AFRIA, organizations like the Francophone Network for Evaluation, RFE, can also be part more actively of the mentorship program. So thank you very much for raising it up. Do keep in touch. If you have ideas, please don't hesitate. As I indicated earlier, what we're looking for now is to have individual partners with great ideas that can promote this. So good note is taken of the mentorship, and for sure, we will get back in touch and see if you have proposals, if you want to be involved, if you have 1 day off or 2 days off in a month and you want to give that to this initiative, we will definitely make space for you. Thank you. On the metric evaluation, I'm not very sure what it means. It's my very first time to hear that, metric evaluation, but I guess it has to do with it may have to do with quantitative evaluation. If metrics recalls measurement, then it probably has to do with quantitative evaluation. And yes, whenever you use data in the sense of quantitative data, things that you can measure, you can count, things on which you can run statistics, then you're probably doing a metric evaluation, if the definition of metric evaluation is quantitative evaluation. Mohamed, over to you.
Thank you, and I hope your question gets answers. But I have another demand to you, Mr. Deogracias. Some people in comment would like you to resume the question and the answers of people in French for those who are not really easy, prefer the French language.
Okay. Very good. I mean, la question de Madame Christelle, dont je reconnais bien la voix, qui était vraiment distinguée lors du camp qu'on a organisé à Kétou. Et je pense qu'elle a travaillé dans la salle des méthodes d'évaluation d'impact. Sa question est autour du programme de mentorat. Au cours du camp, elle a noté qu'il y avait vraiment un mentorat très assidu, présent tout le long. Mais après le camp, il n'est pas évident que le mentorat puisse continuer. Donc, elle se demande comment est-ce que le baromètre s'organise dans ce sens et qu'est-ce qui est fait. La réponse que je donne se décline en 3 grands points. Le premier point est que le baromètre a désormais une initiative que nous appelons l'initiative Le Baromètre des communes, qui est un programme visant à appuyer les communes dans la production, l'accessibilité et l'utilisation des données digitalisées. Et à l'intérieur de ce programme, nous avons un projet qui est le projet des VUD, les volontaires pour l'utilisation des données probantes. Et le projet des VUD est organisé de manière à faire de la place à ceux qui ont été au camp et qui voudraient qu'on les accompagne dans le mentorat. Donc, nous faisons de la place à des personnes venant du camp, des campistes, comme on s'appelle entre nous, qui peuvent donc intégrer le programme de VUD dans les communes. Mais la nuance est que ce programme dont je parle est un programme qui est en phase pilote. Nous sommes à 2 communes au Bénin seulement. Nous travaillons à pouvoir aller dans d'autres communes, dans d'autres pays. Nous restons là également. Si vous êtes intéressé, vous êtes dans un pays, le baromètre renforce vos capacités et vous représenterez tout ce qui se fait ici, là-bas. Quelle belle opportunité, n'est-ce pas? Donc, si parmi nous, il y a des gens qui voudraient bien prendre le relais ou la relève dans leur pays ou dans leur région, n'hésitez pas, il y a beaucoup d'espace, il y a beaucoup à faire, n'est-ce pas? Donc, c'est ce que j'ai expliqué. Le deuxième point de mentorat sur lequel nous travaillons présentement, c'est celui de nous assurer que ici au Baromètre, nous pouvons accueillir des gens qui ont préparé le camp et qui sont intéressés. Donc, on a ouvert un programme de internship, un programme de stagiaires, voilà, des stagiaires que nous appelons les stagiaires professionnels. Donc, des gens qui viennent non pas pour le but académique, parce qu'on a aussi des stagiaires académiques. Les stagiaires professionnels viennent vraiment pour apprendre, pour renforcer leurs capacités. Présentement, nous en avons deux. Il y a une qui est en communication digitale. Elle est là. Un autre qui est un développeur full stack, je crois bien, dans le monde du IT. Donc, ce n'est pas seulement des évaluateurs au sens de l'évaluation, mais c'est des gens qui ont des compétences pertinentes pour l'évaluation qui peuvent aussi se joindre à ce programme. Et troisièmement, nous avons d'autres initiatives un peu moins fortes, mais qui sont quand même là. C'est la communauté des campistes qui fait quand même près de 400 personnes qui sont là-dedans, dans cette communauté en ligne, les plateformes. Et dedans, nous partageons les opportunités, nous répondons parfois aux questions, nous nous appuyons dans le montage, par exemple, des offres techniques. Il m'est déjà arrivé plusieurs fois de recevoir des demandes de regarder, d'apprécier la qualité avant que certains collègues me soumettent. J'en fais de même, sollicitant le regard d'autres. Donc, c'est vraiment une communauté de pratique dans laquelle on se soutient à travers une forme de mentorat. Mais nous restons aussi ouverts à vos idées. Si vous avez d'autres idées, n'hésitez pas. Souvenez-vous, le baromètre, c'est du partenariat non seulement institutionnel, mais aussi individuel. Donc, ça, c'est la réponse que j'ai donnée à la question relative au type d'évaluation Metric Evaluation. J'avoue que je n'ai jamais entendu ce terme. Mais si je m'en tiens à une déconstruction, si metric fait appel à la mesure, ça sous-entend alors que la metric evaluation, c'est probablement des évaluations quantitatives. Et les évaluations quantitatives, c'est toute forme d'évaluation qui utilise des données quantitatives, c'est-à-dire des données que l'on collecte qui relèvent des décomptes et sur lesquels on peut s'exercer à appliquer de la statistique et à générer notamment l'erreur standard. Toutes les fois, vous pouvez générer l'erreur standard sur une donnée, cette donnée est probablement une donnée quantitative. Si vous ne pouvez pas, ça pourrait être une donnée qualitative qui a été quantifiée. Voilà les deux réponses les réponses que j'apporte aux deux questions qui m'ont été posées jusqu'à présent. Merci. Dear Mohamed, you have the floor.
Thank you. Merci à vous pour ces réponses qui vont éclairer, je pense, la lanterne de tout un chacun, aussi bien l'audience francophone que l'audience anglophone. Okay, if there is another question, we are still open. We are still taking questions. I don't have any question else in the comment section. So,
but if you allow me, I can see Mr. Roger online. Et je vois M. Roger en ligne que je salue particulièrement pour tout son effort, tout son engagement sur ces questions d'évaluation. Je revois M. Roger qui a conduit une délégation congolaise de l'Association congolaise de l'évaluation ici au Bénin en novembre de l'année dernière, 2024, pour participer au camp des évaluateurs émergents francophones. On travaille avec lui actuellement pour l'exportation du modèle vers le Congo et, j'allais dire, une expérience de partage entre le baromètre ainsi que l'Association congolaise de l'évaluation. Monsieur Roger, si le contexte vous le permet, j'aurais bien aimé que vous puissiez dire un mot dans ce contexte où j'ai essayé de résumer tout ce que nous avons appris ensemble au cours de ces années-là et qu'on continue d'apprendre. Cher Roger. Ben, Mohamed, comme on peut le constater, le contexte de Roger ne lui permet pas de prendre la parole. Donc, je vous laisse à nouveau le micro.
Merci. Alors, comme je le disais tantôt, nous restons ouverts aux questions. We are still taking questions. Si vous avez, pas forcément des questions, mais aussi des commentaires, vous êtes libre de vous exprimer en français aussi, si c'est ce que vous préférez. Donc, si vous avez, il y a un passage peut-être de la présentation que vous avez envie de revisiter, que vous avez envie de comprendre plus en profondeur, peut-être plus en français pour que ça puisse passer mieux. N'hésitez pas à le faire savoir. Nous avons encore quelques minutes avant de clôturer la séance. OK. OK. Monsieur Padonou Maouti, allez-y.
Bonsoir tout le monde. J'espère que vous me recevez.
Oui, parfaitement.
Oui.
So, my name is Roger Padonou. I'm very glad to join this this webinar. Sure, I joined it very late, so you share some information before I'm joining. So I don't know if you can please, based on your permission, if you can quickly, in a few minutes, explain me what about the camp you are talking about. I'm very sorry, guys. Very sorry. I see the information you share in some WhatsApp groups very lately. So I decided to join, and also want to know if it's possible for this camp to join it remotely instead of being in person camp. So over to you.
Okay, thank you. I think Mr. Deogracias get your question. I'll let him give you answers.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Sir Roger, for joining and asking your question. I understand that you would like me to resume a little bit the presentation. Eventually, I will do it in French in order to make sure that those who feel much more comfortable in French do get the best out of this experience sharing moment. Donc, M. Roger souhaiterait bien que je résume à nouveau la présentation en quelques minutes, mais en français. Et donc, ce que je m'en vais dire, dans un premier temps, c'est d'indiquer que ce webinaire est la synthèse de 5 années de travail avec l'équipe du Baromètre pour présenter un peu là où nous en sommes après cette édition et la vision que nous portons désormais, l'ouverture qui s'offre à chacun d'entre nous dans la communauté, des évaluateurs, mais également des personnes intéressées par l'évaluation qui ne sont pas nécessairement évaluateurs à la base. C'est là tout le sens du travail que nous faisons. En tant que tel, j'ai couvert dans un premier temps la caractérisation de l'organisation qui porte cette initiative. Il s'agit du Baromètre. Le Baromètre est une organisation non-profit, donc une organisation non gouvernementale, c'est comme ça on l'appelle, qui est spécialisée dans la thématique de l'utilisation des données probantes dans le processus de prise de décision pour la formulation, la mise en œuvre et l'évaluation des politiques publiques, des projets et programmes de développement. Et nous faisons cela en utilisant également les solutions digitales et bien d'autres choses dans les études, etc. Et le baromètre est basé au Bénin et nous travaillons depuis le Bénin pour un rayonnement sur le continent africain tout entier. C'est vraiment ça notre démarche. Et nous sommes une équipe multidisciplinaire telle qu'on peut l'imaginer, travaillant bien sûr dans un environnement complexe qui est l'environnement africain. De l'Afrique, du sud de l'Afrique jusqu'à monter vers le nord de l'Afrique, de l'est vers l'ouest et en se concentrant un peu au centre. La complexité dont nous parlons se constate. Et cette complexité n'est pas du tout une complication. Je crois que la nuance est importante à relever. Et on est très fiers d'indiquer qu'en 2022, nous avons remporté, l'équipe du Baromètre a remporté le deuxième prix du programme Launchpad organisé par la Banque mondiale, notamment le Global Evaluation Initiative, en matière de suivi, évaluation et digitalisation. Depuis lors, notre motivation s'est accrue pour aller un peu plus loin. Et nous avons, en termes d'organisation du baromètre, nous avons 4 grandes, j'allais dire, pôles qui nous caractérisent. Nous avons le pôle des études de suivi et évaluation, tout ce qui rentre dans le domaine de la conception des solutions digitales, Nous avons un centre des innovations digitales et de recherche en évaluation d'impact et qui travaille sur le développement des solutions. Nous avons un grand département qui a une inclinaison sur le renforcement des capacités. Et parlant du baromètre, si vous voulez une synthèse, retenez que le baromètre, c'est du suivi-évaluation, c'est de la digitalisation, c'est la mesure de l'impact qui constitue nos racines. Et cette racine nourrit ce que nous appelons les systèmes de connaissances. Donc, quand nous combinons l'effort qu'on fait, l'effort sous-jacent, ça participe à nourrir les systèmes de connaissances. Et en deuxième partie, j'ai présenté le camp régional des jeunes et évaluateurs émergents. Ce que c'est, notre vision ici, véritablement renforcer les capacités techniques dans un premier temps, nous assurer que nous apportons un renforcement de capacité non seulement théorique, mais aussi appliqué, qui donne l'opportunité d'aller sur le terrain, et on y va tous les ans, mais aussi assurer l'implication de seniors et qui sont en interaction avec les participants. Au-delà de ça, le camp, bientôt 5 ans achevés, dans sa 6e année, se voudrait aussi de clarifier ses objectifs. Et nous en avons aujourd'hui défini 2 grands. Le premier, c'est de renforcer les capacités techniques des jeunes et évaluateurs émergents, des jeunes professionnels, évaluateurs émergents, dans le domaine du suivi et évaluation, de la digitalisation et de l'utilisation des données probantes pour les prises de décision. Notre deuxième grand objectif, c'est de renforcer les systèmes nationaux d'évaluation dans la promotion de tout ce qui tourne autour des prises de décision basées sur les données probantes, en renforçant les capacités des ressources humaines. C'est sur ces 2 axes qu'on se projette maintenant en termes d'objectifs. Et notre vision, comme je l'ai évoqué un peu plus tôt, ça touche la promotion de la culture évaluative au niveau des 4 grandes régions du continent, la région francophone, anglophone, lusophone et arabophone. Et nous travaillons à bâtir une nouvelle génération d'évaluateurs capables de faire face aux défis de notre temps, aux défis de développement de notre temps. Et enfin, nous facilitons l'intégration des jeunes et évaluateurs émergents dans un environnement professionnel panafricain. C'est ça notre vision et c'est pour ça que nous travaillons. Et parlant de la cible, c'est tous ceux qui se sentent jeunes et qui se sentent émergents, qu'ils aient déjà 20 ans de service dans un domaine comme les impôts, le port, l'eau, quel que soit le secteur, tant que ça touche le développement et que vous voulez vous intéresser à l'évaluation et à tout ce dont on parle, vous êtes la bienvenue au camp. Essentiellement, c'est cela. Que vous travaillez avec le gouvernement ou avec d'autres organisations, nous sommes prêts à vous accueillir. Et les activités qu'on y fait, c'est des formations en salle, c'est des formations, des applications sur le terrain, c'est des partages d'expériences avec les aînés, c'est du soft skill, des notions de leadership en évaluation, c'est du mentorat, du réseautage, et ça, il y en a. Et enfin, c'est du partage de culture. Là où 13 pays se sont retrouvés, il n'y a rien à faire. Nous devons prendre avantage de la richesse culturelle qui est là. Et parlant du format, c'est en présentiel. Et donc, la question que vous avez posée demande à revoir le modèle, mais le modèle dont nous faisons actuellement la promotion, c'est le modèle de participation au camp en présentiel. Mais des contributions de seniors, de membres de gouvernement et autres arrivent à travers la participation en ligne pour ces personnes. Autrement, les campistes sont sur site et généralement en milieu non urbain. C'est ce que nous avons fait jusqu'à présent. Il y a 4 classes qui sont conduites en parallèle et chacun choisit donc la classe qui lui plaît. Cela donne la possibilité de pouvoir revenir plusieurs fois au camp pour renforcer vos capacités. Jusqu'à présent, nous avons eu quelques 362 participants campistes qui ont été certifiés. Ils viennent de 13 pays. Et il faut noter qu'on a eu plus de 2170 manifestations d'intérêt. Ils n'ont pas tous pu venir, la plupart du temps pour des raisons de manque de ressources, manque de financement, mais nous travaillons à avoir des partenaires. Les pays qui ont accueilli le camp, c'est le Bénin, c'est le Niger, c'est le Togo, c'est la Côte d'Ivoire, c'est, j'espère, bientôt le Congo aussi, on y travaille. Il y a des organisations qui ont rendu tout ceci possible. Mais avant les organisations, il y avait les personnes, les individus. Il y avait les collègues du Baromètre et qui sont toujours là, engagés à travailler de jour comme de nuit. Nous disons, le Baromètre, c'est comme une toile d'araignée. Quand ça t'emballe, tu ne sais plus par où prendre, tu t'y donnes simplement. Donc, ils travaillent et ils ont beaucoup travaillé. Elles ont beaucoup travaillé. J'ai tenu à les remercier. Nous avons aussi d'autres individus, des leaders qui nous ont accompagnés, qui ont cru en nous, qui ont cru en cette initiative depuis le départ. Monsieur Gounou, Monsieur Pofadji, le professeur Pofadji du Bénin, Monsieur David Niaoui, voilà les grands champions, Madame, le professeur Linda Ray, je pense à Edoé Dimitri, je pense à des gens comme le Monsieur Salé, Monsieur Salé du Niger, et bien d'autres, et bien d'autres. En fond, on dit celui qui choisit de décompter les gens, les oublie en public. Donc, permettez que je m'en arrête là. Donc, j'ai couvert ça avant de venir aux organisations gouvernementales, le Bénin, le gouvernement du Bénin, du Niger, la Côte d'Ivoire, du Togo. Ce sont autant de gouvernements, d'organisations gouvernementales qui nous ont accompagnés. Nous avons les organisations non gouvernementales que vous voyez affichées. Il me plaît vraiment de citer 3IE, qui a été un grand champion. Je travaille aussi pour cette organisation et elle a toujours été là pour nous accompagner. Il y en a d'autres qui sont affichés. On a des organisations de recherche, des universitaires qui nous accompagnent et à qui nous voulons faire plus de place dans l'avenir du camp. Et enfin, on a des organisations sponsors, des organisations comme Go Digital en matière de communication. Si vous connaissez une organisation de communication qui veut se faire de la visibilité, le Baromètre, le camp est un espace où ils peuvent venir sponsoriser. Là, c'est un appel à soutien. Nous avons ODD TV qui est aussi un bon partenaire. Si vous en avez, les organes de presse, oui, tout le monde avait venu à un moment donné. Donc, on a couvert ça et parlé aussi de quelques statistiques. Vous voyez le nombre des partenaires, ça fluctue un peu d'année en année, mais tout au moins depuis la 3e édition, ou juste après la 2e édition, on a toujours eu plus de 10 partenaires, ce qui est encourageant. On souhaite en avoir plus. Dans la 3e partie de la discussion, j'ai abordé un peu les défis et les perspectives. En matière de défis, j'en ai évoqué quelques 5 qui sont peut-être les plus importants. Il y a la question du financement. On a besoin de financement pour aller plus loin dans la grande vision que nous portons. Nous avons besoin d'une expansion régionale. Pour ceux d'entre nous qui sont ici et qui souhaitent vraiment s'impliquer dans le camp, allons-y, allez-y. Dites-nous, on vous fait de la place. Dans votre pays, vous représentez le Baromètre et ça y est. Il y a un modèle de collaboration, de coopération que nous avons désormais en place à partir de l'année prochaine, notamment. Nous avons la vision, on a un défi majeur dans le développement du partenariat à long terme, mais cela s'améliore maintenant du moment où Clear est désormais engagé et de manière formelle aux côtés de ce camp. Nous avons AFREA qui est aussi désormais formellement engagé. Nous avons le RFE qui est aussi formellement engagé. Je profite pour saluer ces organisations qui nous ont fait de la place et qui ont permis au Baromètre de devenir soit membre de ces organisations ou bien de devenir partenaire privilégié à travers des accords de partenariat, des accords cadres signés. C'est autant de défis qu'on a essayé, qu'on essaie de relever dans le temps. La communication, surtout la communication digitale, est un gros défi. Nous avons un service de communication formidable, mais qui fait face évidemment à des défis. On souhaite avoir plus de mains qui nous accompagnent dans cet effort. Nous avons enfin discuté de la durabilité du modèle du camp qui demande non seulement d'avoir du partenariat institutionnel, mais également du partenariat individuel. Et c'est ça qui a amené vers les éléments de conclusion, la perspective. Notre perspective, c'est l'ouverture. Le Baromètre est désormais très ouvert. Nous avons bouclé avec notre phase pilote, notre moment d'apprentissage. Nous avons désormais un camp qui a vraiment des caractéristiques d'un produit prêt à être lancé. Si on devrait le comparer à quelque chose, on dira que c'est un appareil qui peut maintenant aller très loin, même sans ses initiateurs. Le modèle de développement de conduite est assez stable pour aller un peu plus loin. Donc, l'ouverture, c'est notre perspective, ça. C'est ouvert à partir de maintenant, 2026, mise en œuvre de cette ouverture, à travers notamment des partenariats, soit institutionnels ou individuels. Si vous êtes un individu, vous voulez vous investir dedans, vous avez deux jours libres dans le mois, n'hésitez pas, écrivez au baromètre, nous sommes prêts à vous faire de la place et à accompagner votre visibilité sur tout le continent. Vous avez une organisation privée, de société civile, où vous travaillez aux côtés du gouvernement dans un pays, le baromètre est prêt à vous faire de l'espace dans le cadre, bien sûr, de ce camp pour que nous puissions ensemble atteindre les objectifs qui sont déclinés ici. Nous avons aussi la perspective d'investir plus dans le domaine sous l'angle de la technique et de la science. C'est pourquoi les universités désormais seront partenaires officiels et formels dans ce que nous avons appelé le comité technique et scientifique du camp régional des évaluateurs émergents francophones. Et enfin, on a touché un peu l'importance d'impliquer des partenaires qui veulent représenter la vision du baromètre du camp des évaluateurs au niveau de leur région. Vous êtes dans le monde arabophone, dans le monde anglophone, ou francophone, ou bien même lusophone. Cette possibilité est là et ça rentre dans les perspectives que nous avons. C'est donc sur ça que j'ai conclu et nous en sommes maintenant aux discussions. C'est que nous avons environ 8 minutes encore dans cet échange. Mais je voudrais vous remercier vraiment pour votre question, monsieur Roger, qui m'a donné l'opportunité de parcourir et de présenter en français pour les collègues qui n'auraient pas bien suivi en anglais. Je vous remercie. Dear Mohamed, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Merci pour cette nouvelle immersion dans l'univers du baromètre du camp des évaluateurs émergents qui s'est fait en français pour permettre à l'ensemble de nos participants d'être un peu sur le même diapason, sur le même pied d'égalité en termes d'information. Alors, je pense qu'on a encore quelques 2 minutes pour des questions. S'il n'y en a pas, nous allons clôturer la séance. Alors, au vu de tout ce que nous venons d'entendre. Ah voilà, j'ai une question dans les commentaires qui demande est-ce qu'on peut payer par tranche pour la participation au camp des évaluateurs émergents? Est-ce qu'on peut payer par tranche?
Oui, effectivement, ça c'est aussi une question intéressante parce que le modèle de participation au camp dans son format actuel demande que les campistes puissent porter la charge de leur participation à hauteur d'une, j'allais dire, minime contribution par rapport à ce que nous mobilisons avec l'implication des autres partenaires. Et du travail de l'évaluation des 7 éditions du camp que nous avons fait, il est clairement ressorti l'importance de rendre flexibles les modalités de paiement des participants qui voudraient rentrer dans la famille des campistes. Et le comité d'organisation a réfléchi à cela et ça a été validé. Et aujourd'hui, il est possible même d'ouvrir, j'allais dire, un compte au niveau du baromètre pour la participation soit au camp, soit à nos certificats de qualification professionnelle. Et tout au long de l'année, toutes les semaines, vous pouvez choisir d'y mettre 5 000, 2 000, ce que vous voulez. Et vous aurez l'opportunité de suivre la façon dont votre compte au baromètre se comporte. Si bien que quand un moment arrive où vous avez peut-être cotisé 500 000, 1 million au baromètre, vous pouvez aisément participer aux formations du baromètre, au renforcement de capacité du baromètre et même bénéficier un peu plus aisément des bourses du baromètre. Donc, c'est un modèle qui est désormais activé et sachez donc que en plus de mettre une part de votre épargne ici et là, vous pouvez mettre une part de votre épargne au baromètre pour vous assurer la possibilité de renforcer vos capacités toutes les fois où le baromètre, avec ses partenaires, lance une formation qui demande que vous ayez un peu de fonds. C'est l'équivalent d'un modèle d'assurance santé où vous mettez un peu de ressources de côté pour les jours où vous serez en baisse de forme physique, n'est-ce pas? Ici également, c'est un modèle je ne vais pas l'appeler assurance renforcement de capacité, mais c'est de l'épargne pour du renforcement de capacité. Vous pouvez payer par tranche, vous pouvez payer à votre rythme, vous pouvez payer pour une activité spécifique, mais vous pouvez aussi payer ou mettre des ressources de côté pour une activité qui viendra et qui pourrait vous intéresser. Donc, cette forme d'épargne pour le renforcement de capacité est bel et bien ouverte au baromètre désormais. Et dans le cadre du camp régional des évaluateurs émergents, c'est une option que vous pouvez activer. Il suffit de nous contacter. Je pense que nos références doivent être dans le chat actuellement et d'indiquer que vous voulez ouvrir un compte épargne pour renforcement de capacité et on vous active votre compte et puis ça y est, vous pouvez en jouir à tout moment. Je crois que c'est un produit sur lequel il nous faut communiquer un peu plus parce que si la question est posée, c'est sans doute parce que nous avons encore un défi à relever en matière de communication. Voilà. Merci beaucoup. Je m'en arrête là. À vous, Sir Mohammed. But maybe for those who speak English, just note that I got a question to know if it's possible for individuals who want to participate in the bootcamp to pay their contribution in slots. So the answer is yes, you can pay your participation in slots, your fees in slots, no problem for that. We come to that conclusion after the evaluation of the 7th edition of the bootcamp, and some participants who suggest that we give them the possibility to pay in slots. And now what we're even doing is to have an account for you at Le Baromètre, if you feel like, where you can pay gradually. If you got 1,000 somewhere, if you got 200 somewhere, just spare some money, save some money for your capacity building at Le Baromètre, so that when it comes, the time for you, for Le Baromètre and its partner to organize an event, we can easily consider whatever you've saved in your saving accounts for capacity building and allow you to join. Isn't it beautiful? So that's what we're going to do. That's what we've been doing, and we will do it this year for the coming bootcamp. You are all welcome to create your accounts and enjoy this possibility. Thank you. Mohamed, over to you.
Yeah, thank you to you. Alors, merci à chacun et à tous. Je pense que nous avançons petit à petit vers la fin de la présentation. S'il y a plus de questions, je vais bien vouloir conclure et remercier tout un chacun de nous. Ladies and gentlemen, I say thank you to you all. And we are going to the final step of this presentation. If there is no more question, we will conclude with by thanking all of you for the time dedicated to this presentation. We are aware that you have too many things to do, obviously, but you find a time slot to give to this presentation. Thank you all. And we hope that all the things you hear this afternoon will help you in some extent to or will interest you, will excite you to go and come and contribute to this wonderful initiative that is Le Baromètre Regional Youth Emerging Evaluator Bootcamp. If you want to come as participant, they are open. If you want to come as contributor, the doors are widely open to you. So in order to build together the tomorrow's evaluator. So you all know that we need evaluation to know where we are regarding where we are planning to be. So thank you all for your contribution, and I will let if Dr. Deogracias Hundolo has an ending word, I will let him conclude to you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, you see my future. I mean, I'm not yet a doctor, but I'm working to get there, right? Thank you very much, Sir Mohamed. Merci beaucoup à vous, chers participants à ce webinaire. Comme vous pouvez le constater, grande est ma joie, la joie de l'équipe du Baromètre de savoir que vous avez été là, vous nous avez suivis. Merci, Dr. Hervé, et à tous les autres collègues pour votre accompagnement, votre soutien. Le camp régional des évaluateurs émergents francophones, anglophones, luxophones et arabophones sera une réalité pendant qu'on est encore là. Je vous remercie et je vous invite à y travailler. À bientôt.
À bientôt. Bye bye.